Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Check your hot read.
Go.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands up. Go.
Our first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Let's go now. 60 or.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Henry running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Play action. It's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Go. 94.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Shift.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
18 Gator.
Oh, you got deep?
Go.
Tannehill on 1st down. On the move to his left. Complete. It's Urban. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tyler Urban, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jones. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a sack for Mitch Unrein. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jeffrey Simmons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Tyler Irvin back deep. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Trying to lay one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Come on.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. That is caught at the 7. 23 yards on the play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. 80 weapons. Now.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Let's go.
Protein spill. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give Henry another shot. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's got the hook up to McLeod. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebe.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 16.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And down he'll go at the 25. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Here we go. Switch. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Under 10. 10.
Switch. Rock it. Hit it.
On first down, Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he is all the way up past the 25. They were looking for Johnson that time. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
49.
Go.
49's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Me and you. It's just me and you. 49's the mic. Watch 49. I hope you brought your record.
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill got a man. It's Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Again, it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second and 9, Jackson flushed out right. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Jackson now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10.
Ready?
On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
49.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. Steps away. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now Tannehill. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Phillips, an all-pro as a special teamer last year, in on the tackle.
At the 13-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read.
49. You ain't going nowhere.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
We go.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Marr able to put this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Johnson's got it complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now.
They'll run with Irvin. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Let's go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Get it.
Here's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Jackson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
24 is the mark.
Here's Jackson throwing again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
49.
Hey, General West. Hey, Alpha.
D, let's get off the field, D.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
All day. 49's the mic.
Big grip.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 27. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now, operating from the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. He finds his man Johnson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll come out in the pistol. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Kill.
Now Jackson. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Titans 38, Chargers 14.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. The 20. It's a big run there by Henry. 42 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. This is Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They come out here in the I, and they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run. It's Henry, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. This will be taken short. So that one will be accepted.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appeared.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.